Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop. Hello, Kenny. How are you? And hello to anyone else who might happen to be here or be watching on later reruns, as it does just appear to be me and Kenny here at the moment. So, how are you, my friend? Glasses are filthy. Had a minor monster-related incident. I opened the can and it kind of sprayed. And I managed to get it all over my glasses. And if I squint really hard, I can just about read what people are typing. Oh, that's a little better anyway. This is only slightly blurry now. Hello, Jess. How are you? Mismatched socks. Oh, people toiling in at the moment. So we'll let people say hello. Ah, Chalupa, how the devil are you? Bob, how are you? Yeah, I am really short-sighted, but if I squint and if I say what I look like, I'll be racist, but I can just about read. That's a lot easier though. Oh, I just got a notification that Chris is live with Kenny. Oh, who else we got? We had John. Hello, how are you? Yes. Yeah, for some reason it's just bloody computers. You'd think once you went live it'd stop putting all the notifications up. There we go. Crunch, crunch. Think we're getting there now. People comment on videos that are about 4 years old. Right, there we go. So, hope everyone is well and safe tonight. Pre-warned, going to be a little bit of a short stream tonight because I do have to go to work. Joy. Why are these people allowed holiday? I don't know. Why is it always me that ends up bloody covering it? Probably because I'm the only sap that will say yes. Oh well, these things happen. So, as usual, I shall start out with Fishy Room news. Not a lot to report this week. The Pleco tub is back to normal. Yeah, fine. Poor Engelbert has managed to injure himself somehow. He's managed to split one of his pectoral fins, his Dumbo ears, knocked a couple of scales off and scratched his eye, but I shall keep a close eye on that, and he normally gets well from these things. Just some food and fusses and maybe a bit of fin rot treatment just in case. Jason lurking and shopping. Jennifer is off work. I've been off work all day, but I've got to go in this evening. Yeah, he'll be all right, little Engel, but he's made out of harder stuff than he looks. He's yes, such is the way of betters with super long frilly fins. They just get injured occasionally. Something may have spooked him and he ran in or swam into something, got stuck, donked himself. So everything else is doing swimmingly. And you may notice empty. That one empty as well. Finally got rid of the hemichromis, the dual cichlids. Not to the guy I normally get. I normally sell my fish to a local fish shop. So I'm just waiting on store credit. Is the way they do it. I mean, they give you a better amount of credit than most of the other ones would. But I mean, to cover themselves as well, they you take the fish in. After a couple of days, if the fish are still doing well, then you get your credit, which covers them as long as they're honest and don't go, oh yeah, sorry mate, yeah, they all died within 3 minutes of going into one of our tanks. You know, if that happens, they won't be getting any more. Let's be honest. So they got 3 of the hemichromis and 20 of the bristlenose juveniles. 20-ish. I just had a rough count of how many was in the net. Now the classic, just pick the piece of wood up, stick the net underneath it and lift it out the tank. And then watch as all the bristlenoses drop into the net and then just pick a few out. So we have a little bit more space of them, so I can now, at some point this week, Merritt, my darling, how the devil are you? I'm all well, thank you. Yeah, I'll move some of the bristlenoses from the tub under the stairs to the tub down here. The plan is to empty that once there isn't one under there. Ah, sweet. That's cool, Bob. Sign up to have groceries delivered, 10 minutes shop and pay, and save gas and no risk. Exactly. Given the cost of gas. And yeah. I'm not going to save any money though if I do online shopping. I might do, because I then do it once a week rather than just when I go into work, when it comes time to either leave if it's early enough or staff sales time, which would be about 10:30 at night. Go, ooh, shiny, me want. Which does lead to some bad decisions that, he says, taking a swig from, still not sponsored. That's good to hear, Mark. Hopefully all sorted. So I'll go out to the butcher's shop for the meat, so nah. I'm not that, how can I put it, not that advanced when it comes to cooking. Most of the time it's take the packet out of the fridge, open it, eat it. The rest of the time is take the packet or the can, pour the contents into a bowl, stick it in a microwave. That's pretty much as advanced as I normally get. If I'm treating myself, I might cook some sausages on the George Foreman grill, or do some scrambled eggs in the frying pan. I go to the store as a weekend break from the tub. There is that way of looking at it. Thankfully, I don't have that issue. So yes. Anyway, that's basically what's been happening in the fish room. Is I'm going to move some bristlenoses across, then move some of the bigger criblets from that one up to one of the top tanks to split them up a bit so they grow a bit quicker. Move the baby plecos that are currently in the breeder box, probably in with these criblets in here. The Ark has 23-ish fewer fish in it at the moment, Bob. Got rid of the dual cichlids and 20-ish of the bristlenoses. Yeah, I know I'm not counting that closely. It's not like I know exactly how many bristlenoses I've got. So yeah, I'll be able to finally split those up. Get the other, you see little criblets. Yeah, you ain't scared, are you? Get the other bristlenoses into there, because Mummy and Daddy Crib have bred again. Are there any plex at the front? No, but if you have a look here, oh, try not to fall out of the chair. That end one is baby crebensis and baby bristle noses. Bristle noses are all hiding up. But yeah, there's 50 odd cribs. That one is purely baby cribs. That one is purely baby shell dwellers. Lockdown at the moment is over, Marriott. Technically, we're in a weird tier system. We're in tier 2 where I am. So basically, it doesn't make any difference to me. Yeah. Pretty much all I can figure out that's different is pubs are basically restaurants. So you got to go in and have a meal with your drink. And if they don't serve meals, then they can't open. Oh, yeah, Bob, you're never going to catch them in there. Yeah, that's going to be a nightmare. You're going to have to bit of courgette, zucchini, cucumber, or whatever into a bottle or a jar and just put your hand over the top and take it out with as many as you can at a time. Yeah, so reason I'm doing all the moving around is because Mummy and Daddy crib are currently, well, Mummy's in the coconut hut, the magical coconut hut of Crebensis breeding +1, and Daddy has got his very red throat and sides and is sitting above the top looking angry. So there's babies in there, either eggs or wrigglers, something, you know. So yeah, that's all moving about and all going to be okay. Which is what I really wanted to get rid of. Yeah. Yeah, the murder. Well, they didn't murder anyone. They would have done, but got them shifted before they murdered anyone. Posiwi, hello, how are you? And S, by the way, if I've got to say hello. Yeah, we will be testing the vaccine, but we're being sensible. We're testing it on old people first. So, you know, kind of semi a joke. Yeah, I think it's over 80s, then over 60s. Then people who work for the NHS, pretty much. And then once that's all done, it'll be everyone else. And it'll be, here is when you can get your COVID vaccine shots. And it'll be somewhere about 300 miles away at some god-awful time. Yeah, well, no, not 300 miles away because that'd be wet, whichever direction I went. It's not going to be as simple as pop to your local GP surgery and just get a jab and bugger off again. Hello, Cheryl. How the devil are you? Yeah. Bored of COVID now. You saw a new fash. I think you may have a few too many zeros there, Bob. Don't think there's a billion people in America, but a million cases in 4 days. Yeah. When coming up to the election, was it getting up towards 200,000 a day? So yeah, it's just like ludicrous. And El Trump and Fury is still holding his rallies. Can anyone actually tell me why he's doing rallies when the election is over? He's lost. What are these rallies supposed to do other than stir civil unrest? hatred. Nah, don't worry about it, Bob. I knew what you meant. It's like that typo that comes up every so often when I'm in a live chat. I'm so thankfully I've caught it every time. Where is it typo? No, it's not a typo. It's more well, yeah, it probably is a typo on the phone keyboard, but yeah, it comes up. Instead of hello fishy friends, it says hello fisty friends. Oh, yeah, he's a numpty. Jen, best excuse, best one. Big J, how the devil art thou? Hope all your big fishes are doing well. There still has people protesting for Trump in the town every Saturday. It's probably where the 200,000 plus cases a day are coming from. But, you know, it's... I remember probably several years ago when he proclaimed himself a stable genius. No. He's not either of those. He's an unstable idiot. Let's be honest. But yeah, that's enough politic. Well, that's not politics, really, is it? 'Cause he's not a politician. He's a failed businessman, reality TV star who failed at that as well. Exactly, Mara. I'm just makes me happy for Boris Johnson, for Christ's sake. Undertaker, hello. Plastic Monkey, hello. Yeah, everyone's turning up today. So yeah, it's that's where we got to now with the fish room. Now, other thoughts. As I'm going to have some store credit, let's put it that way. What new fish should I get? Now, first one I'm thinking of is moving the Chopray Danios into here, behind me. Oh, Noggy. And then, because I'm figuring that they're fast enough that they won't become spaz snacks. And they'll love having all that space to just do full-on super zoomies everywhere. And then I might, get some more to bulk out the show. If they don't get eaten, I might get more. But I've never really seen them at night. Whether they go to sleep somewhere and then Spaz could sneak up on them at home, they'd be gone. But there were some fish I saw that I kind of really rather liked while I was up there. Just ask a bit of advice, perhaps. And now I might not move the Danios over if certain things get bought instead. So the first one I spotted, I thought, ooh, pretty. Sparkling gouramis. Now, obviously, they're not going to be safe with a Bashir, so they would go in the fish farm, the Fluval Fish Farm, Flex, the 4Fs, not the 3Ss, the 4F. In there, Cheryl, is 3 electric blue Acara, 2 bristlenoses, a Senegalese by Bashir, which he is the problem. Pretty much anything guppy size to shell dweller size is a snack. They go down in one mouthful. So sparkling gouramis in with the pair of cribs and the pair of bristlenoses. Because they're teeny tiny, they'll be crib safe, cribs won't kill them, and all that kind of stuff. The other thought was they've got Golden Wonder Panchaks, which are, I believe, are a killifish. I'm sure someone put me right if I'm wrong on that. Wrong, even, not wrong. And they would probably go in there. Because, again, big enough, zoomy enough to get away, I'm guessing. For a while anyway, until Spaz gets really big, and then he'll probably be able to eat anything I put in there, to be honest. And that was kind of the other. I did kind of fall in love with, well, just saw white cloud mounted minnows as well. But I don't really want to be filling one of my. I'd have to start a new tank, as it were, because I don't have any cold water tanks. So I'd have to go in one of these without a heater. And if Mummy and Daddy Crib are having another batch, I'm going to need that tank for them. And I'm not going to have a spare tank. So, yeah. Ooh, live bearers. Yeah. I know it's retro and relaxing, Bob, but I've kind of got to the point now with live bearers, guppies, endlers, platies. Been there, done it. And you know, yes, they breed and it's wonderful. And you get hundreds and hundreds of them, but you can't sell them. So I'd have to. They would just end up being food. Well, it's the Alien World Aquatics, Mr. Scotty. How the devil are you, sir? Hey, don't worry, busy on your job. I've been busy with my new job. They just don't jibe hours-wise with each other's streams. Hey, good to see you. I hope you and Paige are doing awesome. And thank you very much, yes. I shall, as I do with any money that comes in from the YouTube channel, let's be honest, it's all from the Fish Fam. If it's super chats, ads-wise, probably fairly even split, but modern people don't really care. Yeah, any money that does come in via the YouTube channel does go back into the hobby. Whether it's buying new fish or new tanks or things to review. Corey's not always in with the Embers and Cardinals. Yeah, that would be perfectly safe. Ah, sorry. Sorry for that, Undertaker. Yeah, it's one of those things. I mean, I was out of work for what, 9 months? And then I started my new job literally the day before lockdown started in the UK this year. So I spent 9 months sitting at home, isolating on my own, safe. As soon as everyone gets told to stay at home, lock the doors, be safe. Yeah, I end up having to go out every day and deal with the bloody public. Oh well. And fingers crossed and touch wood, I've not had COVID yet. But yeah, so yeah, the money goes back in. Oh, I did get something this week. I had a most of them aren't too bad, Chalupa. The mask laws are in. Most people will wear one now. Some people forget still occasionally. It's been like 3-4 months and people still, oh, I forgot my mask. Just put the damn thing in your pocket and leave it there. Only a close fishy parent. Well, oh, pardon me. I'm sending healing vibes and positive energies and all that good jazz, Bob. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say there are people like that, Cheryl, that are, you know, either at high risk so they don't go out at all if they can help it, or just scared, quite rightly, to be honest. Um, yeah, I do see several people like that, and I just try and give them something to smile about, give them a laugh, put a smile on their face. Uh, As I said before, working in a shop, you may be the only person that customer speaks to all day, all week. You don't know what they're going through. Try and make their day better. Be polite. Try and get a smile, a laugh. Everyone's happier then. And I believe in karma, so if I spread good vibes, hopefully I get good vibes back at some point. Yeah, I do sometimes get moaned at by the boss for that, though, Chalupa. There are a couple of other people local who do keep fish, and they come in and we start talking fish, and the boss is like, "Don't pay you to talk about fish." And then in my head, I'm thinking, "No, but other people do, and they pay me more than you do." Did have a good chat in the cobbler. Oh dear, I had to sit and wait 40 minutes. Yeah, and the reason things aren't so bad around here at the moment is because of the town centre pubs. Three of the three of the five aren't open. Oh, thank you very much, Bob. Well, congratulations, Sharpe. You've now made more money than you're going to make when you do your 3 hour shift at work this evening. Yeah. Yeah, same out on Facebook. You can find me in Mark's Shrimp Tanks. If you've not got me as a friend already, I can never remember who I've friended on Facebook. I do have an Instagram, but I never use it. So, um, yeah, I'm not even sure how, what you do, why. Um, just it's another place to just post a picture. Yeah, I've even got a Twitter account somewhere. I can't remember what the password is. And last time I did go on to it, I don't know, it took about an hour to do all the bloody updates and everything before I could even scroll. It was like, so I just gave up. And his name is Spirit. Cool. Speaking of betters, I did see an interesting tank today in the fish shop. It's I forget who made it, Aqua One or someone like that. It wasn't Aquion. It was a name, but not a big name. And it's a 32 litre better tank. So what's that? 8 gallon. Comes with LED light, built-in filter, all that stuff. And it's pre-divided into three. So you got probably three 10 litre, just 2.5 gallon tanks. So you could have three betters in one tank. Which, to me, yeah, it's great. But I'm still thinking 10 litres per better is a bit small. I mean, I'm not worried about the bio load on an 8 gallon tank of three betters. That's bugger all. It's more. I don't really think that 10 litres is enough for a fish to swim around in, to be honest. Although, well, not some of the size were better, but yeah, you could keep other things in there quite happily, I think. And for example, if you wanted to keep 3 different types of shrimp that all needed the same parameters, but you didn't want them crossbreeding, you could one in each section. Evening, Weedan. How the devil are you? I got there, then I got sidetracked again. I always get sidetracked, don't I? My entire live stream is a sidetrack. I got a delivery from Mark's Shrimp Tanks, as I was mentioning them to Mara. So we finally have some planaria treatment. So we're going to deplanariify the shrimp tank. Take a first bit of jumps for his food. Oh, cool. My Engelbert just sort of sits there and watches and waits. And I put it in and he sort of ambles up to it and but he does like a little stroke and a fuss when he gets his water changes. Not like Norman was. Norman used to get a right grump with me when I did a water change. Exactly. Plastic monkey, as Bob says, brown algae isn't a bad thing. Personally, I'd stick some snails in there. Can't go wrong with snails. Unless it's a puffer tank, every tank should have snails. That's my view on it. And when people talk about pest snails, I'm like, what? No, it's not a pest snail. It's you're overfeeding the tank. And if you put something in there to kill them all, you're going to have a massive ammonia spike and it'll probably kill everything else. And if you take them all out, you'll suddenly have a serious algae problem. But yeah. So I either leave it to carry on cycling or just stick some nerite snails in there or some Malaysian trumpets or merit sinoff. Okie doke. I was just going to type in beautiful woman in Norway. And I figured you'd be the first one that came up, Merritt. Yes, I know, I'm that bad. Persevere, Plastic Monkey. If you strip it and start again, chances are the same thing will probably just happen. It'll be another month. Yes. Yeah, snails. They solve a lot more problems than people realise, I think. And I think it all stems from what I remember the 80s, 90s, where it was like, oh, there's a snail in the tank, get rid of it. You remember back in the days before canister filters and biomedia existed? And fish tanks still thrived? Hang on. I think I might be onto something there. So you can keep a fish tank alive without biomedia and big filters. Yeah, fish will get to the food way before the snails will. I think my bristle noses feed off the snails. No joke, it's fairly regular. All the shrimp, fairly regularly, I'll see a bristle nose on a snail cleaning his shell up, his or hers, I should say. No idea. And how the hell do you sex a, or tell the gender of a nerite snail? I know, I know one of them's a male because, yeah, it's a sperm packet. But yeah, other than that, I have no idea how you would tell the gender of a snail. Put some lipstick in the tank and see if it puts it on. I don't know. Called nature. Exactly. Exactly. You know, I'm not going to. I say I'm not going to sit and bemoan or belittle people for doing what they think is right, spending loads of extra money to try their best to keep their pets healthy. I'm not going to knock that. I will knock the companies that are trying to hawk all that stuff though. Hey Chevy, how are you? Lurk away, cook away. If it's something nice, save it. Save us a bit, will you? I might need it after work. Uh, hey, and how are you? Yeah, I can see there'd be some bad food decisions made later this evening. It's the problem when you get off work at 11 p.m. and you generally the last hour is pretty busy. So you're like up and buzzing and well, not buzzing, but you know you're up and awake and alert, and then you get home and you realise you're hungry, and it's going to take you another hour or so before you can get to sleep. It's just not good. Yeah, because bad decisions on food are made at that time of night. Oh, a funny feeling the family pack of choc orange mini rolls that are in the fridge is going to get demolished. It tends to happen. You know, these you open it up, and there's only 10 mini rolls in there. That's not a family pack, it's a single serving. And you have a couple, then I'll have another couple, and well, I might as well finish them off now. There's only 3 left. That kind of thing. So, yeah. What do we reckon? Do we reckon some sparkling gouramis in with the crebensis and bristlenoses that are breeding? Or do we reckon some golden wonder panchaks in here instead? What do you reckon would work better? Bearing in mind Bashir. Yeah, exactly. Mini rolls. And I'm sorry, Dan, but if you're a fan of chocolate orange, they are out now. The choc orange ones. Oh yes, and congratulations on the new job, Ian. Cheers. This is me, so I may well just get both anyway. But you know, they both on yeah, they're both on the same filter systems. They're both on the same water, so I could quarantine them together. That'd be a really bad idea, wouldn't it? Yeah, the tiny little sparkling gouramis in a 22 litre quarantine tank with golden wonder panchaks. That's probably not. I'm going to go fish shopping because Oslo is in lockdown. Oh no, Marriott. We got choc orange, Dan. Choc orange, man. Hang on. I'm gonna cause Dan to have some kind of freak out. Da-dum, dun, da-da-da, dun, 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 dun. And yes, you probably did just hear the fridge door opening and closing, because that's how close it is. Oh, damn. This has got the Vichy, do the killifish. Yes, Cadbury. You think something different from chocolate orange mini rolls? Yeah. Basically, chocolate coated mini Swiss roll with orange flavour cream. Yeah, not the shop you want, it's another city. Oh no. No, that's gutting. Priscilla, lovely. Hello, how are you, sweetie? The continental hottie. Chocolate COVID. Tasty and deadly. Chocolate covered. Coated. Not COVID. Chocolate COVID. Oh, hang on. Is that another batch of bite? Oh, God. Yeah, so we've got another batch of baby shell dwellers. I just spotted. Haven't had Cadbury since you're in India. Yeah. Well, one of the upsides of living in the UK is every shop that sells food has Cadbury's products, even if it's just dairy milk. Which, let's be honest, isn't as nice as it was before Kraft bought them, but you know. Don't know what Kraft have done to it. They changed the ingredients and it don't taste as good. I mean, it's still better than anything like Hershey's, but to be honest, that's just like brown food coloring with sugared cream. That's pretty much what that tastes like. Well, as long as I gave you a good laugh, that's the main thing. Yeah, so that's kind of where I was more thinking, is perhaps some panchaks in there. Hey, New England Endler. Nothing to worry about. Didn't miss nothing important. Well, a couple of rather nice super chats, but I didn't come up with a cure cancer or anything. Nothing spectacular. Did a bad rendition of Baby Shark at the start, but you know. Let's say, because I mean, it's 200 litre, which is say 50 gallon ish. 50 US gallons, 44 UK gallons. And it's home to 3 electric blue Acara, 1 Bashir, 2 bristle noses, 4 shrimp, and some tiny bits. Can I cure a bad knee? No, but I could swap you one of mine out. Mine are both shot. I played too much soccer football as a kid and a teenager, and my knees have had it. Yeah, mine need a hammer. And then, will it? Oh, no, because it cracked a little while ago. It's not going to make a loud cracking noise. But yeah, my knees tend to like to bend sideways every so often. It's rather uncomfortable. But yeah, all the ligaments. The ligaments are pretty much all shot. The gristle, the gristly paddy bit between the bones is badly worn, disintegrating. But other than that, they're fine. Yeah, as long as your head's in the right place, and that's the important thing, Marek. As long as you're back on the road to recovery and you're on the right path, and Big fish fam hug. How to get barred. Oh, Daniel, how could you be so cruel to a planaria? Planaria is more qualified than the manager of Domino's. At least a planaria knows you don't put a bloody pineapple on a pizza. Oh dear, chocolate oranges in the car. Woohoo! We have Terry's white chocolate oranges as well now. Yeah, I don't like white chocolate. It's just too sickly, even for me, and that's saying something. Like, it might just be the quantities that I eat chocolate in. I basically eat one of the family-sized bars on my own in about half an hour. You know, and that's me taking it steady. So yeah, we're settled. Golden Wonder Panchaks in there. That does sound a good plan. Oh, got the Terry's dark chocolate ones. Yeah, they're best. Bourneville's okay. Yeah, Maris, like me, she doesn't eat chocolate, she inhales it. Yeah. That's where dark chocolate comes in really well. Because if you try to do that with dark chocolate, it's bloody horrible. Yeah, white chocolate has no chocolate in it. Yeah, it's like Subway bread doesn't have bread in it. Yeah, actually, in Republic of Ireland, they lost the court battle. Like, Subway can no longer call their bread because it doesn't qualify as bread according to Irish law and probably therefore English law. But yeah, dark chocolate. Yeah, the trick with it, you one square, just put it on in your mouth and let it melt. You don't let it melt, and then you get all the flavors, and it doesn't get overwhelming. Unless you're like me and you go for like the 80-90% cocoa solids. Your hamburgers have ham in them. Hell no. I never understood that. See, over here we call them beef burgers because they're made of beef. Yeah, calling it a hamburger when it's not made out of ham is a bit silly. Hey Joey, how are you? Guys, like, do butterflies taste of butter? The hamsters taste of ham. The slugs taste of dog shit. Probably. Dog muck probably tastes better than the slugs. Yeah, cheesecake is made with cheese though, Dan, isn't it? It's made with mascarpone. So, and I'd rather have cheese in cake than fruit because that's just a waste. Fruit should just be banned. It's not edible. Although that is probably the one thing I'm looking forward to with Brexit. Yeah, the hamburgers don't have ham in them. They're made out of beef. Which is why when we have a beef burger with bacon, it makes sense. But hamburger with bacon is just like ham and ham. Yeah. Random. But yeah, Brexit, when that happens and we no longer have the same trade deals with all the European countries, things like fruit that have to be shipped in from abroad because people will want strawberries at Christmas. God knows why. Yeah, they're going to cost. an absolute fortune. And people will be upset because they can't get their seasonal fruit any time of year they like. Does mascarpone contain tiny horses? No, but it's how you keep them safe from COVID, Dan. That's how you keep your horses safe. Your mascarpone. Oh, Jesus, I don't believe I just said that one. And that only works with certain English accents as well, because I wouldn't say mask, I would say mask. But, you know, in Sweden, ice cream in Sweden is glass. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it's Basil Brush level joke, I know. So our non-English friends, Basil Brush was a puppet fox stand-up comedian from like the 80s. Don't ask. Right down there with Bob Carroll G's and Spit the Dog. It's got to be the world's easiest ventriloquist act. Your ventriloquist dummy is a dog and all it does is spit. And you don't even hide the fact that you do the spitting noise. Yeah. Yep. Squabbles in the showies. Someone spat sand where they shouldn't have. The other male's sitting there going, "No, it's nothing to do with me, mate. Nothing to do with me. Leave me out of this one." I'm just staying here in my corner by my shelf. He's behaving himself, and no need for you to go and poop in his territory. Look, oh dear, what are they like? Endlessly entertaining watching shell dwellers, I swear. I understand why Sean loves them so much now. They are just constantly funny. And yeah, that is definitely new fry. So less than half the size of the current small fry. So yay, more of them. Oh, I'll say, yeah, why I took my fish to the local Maidenhead rather than my normal wholesaler, it's because he's moving. So he's not taking in any new fish until he's moved. And unfortunately, he's not moving closer, he's moving further away. He's going to be gone from 25 minutes to about a 50-minute drive to get there. Do I remember Freddie Starr? Unfortunately, I do, Marriott. The newspaper headline of Freddie Starr ate my hamster. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad comedy has moved on. Johnny inspired me to go unpot and plant the aquatic plants that I got a month ago. How have I inspired that, Bob? You just finally thought, I've had enough of listening to this guy. I'm going to go do something useful. That's what it is. Not me inspiring anything. Hey, it's not like I grew these plants, right? I just stuck them in the substrate and left them for a couple of years. That's what happens. Yeah. Leave the fish poop in there and just let them grow. And remember to clean out the filters like once a week because they're full of fish poop. I'm not joking. Yeah. Basil Brush, the fox puppet. Yeah. Just. So, I mean, you know, people wonder why English people watch so much American TV. It's because you Americans don't get to see a whole lot of English TV. You might see some of the really good stuff over there, but you don't get the absolute dross that is 99% of the bloody schedules. Don't have green fingers, you have wet fingers. Sorry, Marrett. Oh God, please don't tell me they smell of fish. Oh God. Sorry, I can't help it. Oh, I do apologise. 007. Hell, I'm definitely not 007. 0013, perhaps. Yeah, you know the best thing about aquatic plants, right? Having a planted tank, don't have to remember to water them. That's always the problem I have with house plants is I'll forget to water the bloody things and they'll die. These things, you know, if there isn't enough water to keep the plants alive, then I've got a bit of a problem in the tank. And the plants will be the least of my worries. God, I do apologise, Marrett, I couldn't help that one. I think I may have just killed Chalupa as well. Yay, we love Crazy Marrett. Crazy Marrett is fun. And doesn't get offended by me being a bit perverse. Some people do. Well, that's their problem. It's all said with a light heart in my book, or from me. If I'm meaning to upset someone, you'll know I mean to upset someone. Yeah, there's more than once I've literally just told someone to go and kill themselves, do the rest of the human race a favour. Yeah, we've got Lee, we're used to it. Joey's here for the entertainment. Oh dear. Yeah, what was the title I got given last night? It was Gamekeeper. No, I'm more poacher or game releaser. That's one of those things I never really got was the job of gamekeeper. Your job is basically to raise pheasants all year, and then come the hunting season or the shooting season, is not hunting. It's a bunch of people standing there with double barrel shotguns and a bunch of people armed with sticks smashing the grass and the shrubs and undergrowth till all the pheasants fly up and then they all get shot. And it doesn't even taste that good, to be honest. You know, what's the point? This is not like they do it in nice weather, like in the spring or summer or something. It's like this time of year. Do you really want to be standing out in the middle of a field in the cold and wet? You might get to shoot a couple of pheasants. So yeah, it's not hunting. It's good. If you went out with a gun, with a shotgun, because you can't really have much else in the UK, and you actually did it yourself, just you, they don't even go and pick the blooming birds up. They send a dog to go and do that bit. They just stand there and shoot. No. Yeah, pheasant, 2-string in, normally full of little balls of lead as well, in my experience. Favourite English dish. Oh, yes. There's so many good ones to choose from, but my standby, my overall favourite, you cannot beat bangers, mash and gravy. Which sausages, a good Cumberland sausage from the butchers preferably if you can get hold of them. Good cheesy mashed potato, not a lumpy one or a thin runny one. A good thick, dense, creamy, cheesy mashed potato made with butter, and then good thick, dark, velvety gravy. Just a big old plate, or even better, just a mixing bowl for the mash, full. And just sit there, yeah, sit there and eat it with a spoon, not a fork or a knife. You know, Priscilla, I'm sat here smoking and drinking Monster energy drink. Do you think I'm worried about being healthy? Especially as I tend to go for, I mean, this is me. I view a packet of something as a serving. So I'll buy a pack of 8 sausages, and that to me is one serving of sausages. Then maybe a couple of pound of mash and about half a gallon of gravy. Yeah, yeah. Bunch of lead on everyone's plate and broken teeth. Yeah. Yeah, I can vouch for that one. Yeah, English breakfast is good, but there are things on there I really don't like. There are American additions to it that I prefer. So to me, the ideal for that, for a fry up, let's call it a fry up, because let's be honest, if you grill it, you're cheating. It should all be done in a frying pan. Sausages, bacon, fried eggs, fried bread, toast, hash browns, and ketchup or brown sauce. Either way, depends on how you feel that day. The X-Man eats 5 servings of mac and cheese. Exactly. He'll go big and strong eating all that mac and cheese. And that's what we want. We want him to be big, strong, and healthy. And then he'll become a real X-Man. Just as long as his power isn't to turn into some tube of macaroni or something. But, you know, bagels and what? No, he can keep bagels. And bagels are nasty. I couldn't remember what I called the other day when someone was asking for them at work. And yeah, what was it I called them? Those stale bready donutty type things. And everyone in the shop cracked up laughing. They knew exactly what I meant. Stale bready donutty things. Yeah, stale bready donut shaped things. Yeah, bagels. Nah, I'd rather just have a donut, or I would rather have proper bread. Yeah, extra on the mac and cheese sandwiches, awesome. Because, you know, what's wrong with a bit more carb and a bit more cheese? Because the way you do it is you get your bread and you butter it, cheese on the bread, then the mac and cheese, and you fold it, and the cheese on the bread starts to melt. Mac and cheese, yeah, yeah. That's why we're getting rather tubby here. Because I like my food that I like too much. He's the box one. Yeah, I have tinned Priscilla, so I would just pour the tin into a bowl, add a bit more cheese because it's never cheesy enough for me. Literally, probably about a 1-inch chunk of extra strong mature cheddar. Add that to the tin of mac and cheese, and while that's heating up in the microwave, butter the bread, slice some cheese onto it, grab the tray, go sit in front of TV, watch some fish tube or other random stuff, and job done. Yeah, that's not going to be particularly tasty, Mrs. Shelley. That is a poop, and there's 3 of you tried to eat that bit of poop so far. It's just make that 4. Something tells me these guys are a bit hungry. Let's give them a bit of food, shall we? As I will duck for cover as soon as I stand up. Go over some Tetramin baby, because all of them eat this quite happily. 1 scoop. And as soon as it starts sinking, they'll all go nuts. Oh, they're knocking on the glass. They're not far off knocking on the glass. There we go. Let's watch them. So yeah, we got 3 generations of fry, and the 4 adults all zooming around after the Tetramin baby food. Yeah, more over that way as well. Just a few shellies in there. Yeah, lots and lots and lots. Swiss food, not much experience with Swiss food, Priscilla, other than like fondue and chocolate and meatballs. Very Swedish, can't remember. Yeah, I'm getting hungry and I've got to go to work soon. I work in a food shop. I'm going to leave my wallet at home. But yeah, so I think we can safely say that a Fluval Flex 15 gallon makes a very good chilled weller tank. Oh, and something just spooked all the fry dough, just disappeared straight into the shell. And they're back out again. As the adult male's getting a bit close for comfort, I think. But yeah, that's when you see them, because I mean they're not big fish. So when you see them swimming around with a lump of gravel in their mouth and they just spit it across the tank, thinking, how do you manage to move that? But they do. Then yeah, hey? Yes, because you eat lots of nice food. You had your soft brine shrimp pellets for breakfast, courtesy of Aquarium Adventures. I don't know if anyone saw the video, but it was a bit rambly. It was me. Yeah, it's going to happen. Completely unscripted, so rambly and waffly and strange. Got food, friends, and fish for Christmas. Oh, well, I can't help with the food or the fish, Marek, but I'll be your friend. I'll be your friend. And want extra salt, cheese, and coffees. And one of these days, Marek, you'll even get my name right. Extra sharp cheese with the coffee. Yeah, cheese and coffee is a good combination, Bob. Another one of my favourites is a spam sandwich, but it's 2 slices of strong cheese with a slice of spam in the middle of it. No bread, just it's all right, Mara. These things happen. I've had people think I'm Australian. I had people think I was a girl. Other ones, American. Some people even thought I was religious. So all right, you don't. Yeah, no offence, cause Marek. These things happen. You watching Mark Shrimp Tanks and you're getting the wrong person. uh, well, I mean, we're nearly the same age, me and Mark. There's only about a year in it, I think, maybe two. There's not a lot between us. No, the accents are completely different, obviously, and he's got slightly more facial hair at the moment. I've got slightly more head hair, but I've kind of got to that point now where it stays where it's not annoying and getting in the way anymore. And I know if I get a haircut now, the weather's going to go really cold, as it always does. Mark's Aquatics. Yeah, we're yeah, a little more similar accent. Because originally we're from almost the same part of the country. I'm from a posher part of the country, slightly further north, slightly further away from London and Essex. Kenny's still here, lurking away, lurking and probably water changing, I reckon. And yeah, we all do that. We all get mixed up. Don't worry about it, Marek. Just imagine if I was trying to type in Norwegian. I wouldn't be able to spell my own name right, so don't worry about it. Jeez. I think all I know in Norwegian is hi. That's about it. Maybe some of the military words for some of the tank names and things like that, but they're probably all still just the German names. Well, it's good to see you. Oh, I'll say see you, hear you, read that you're laughing and crying positively, though, Marek, rather than being the other end of the spectrum. So yeah, happy Marek is good Marek. We like happy Marek. Does everyone agree? I think I can safely say we do. Yes, hello, teeny tiny babies. Yes. Oh, geez, at a quick count, there's well over 30 baby shell dwellers in there now. Which leads to the question, how many Neolamprologus shell dwellers can you keep in a 15-gallon tank? I'll take your answer and add a 0. I was having a good argument with someone the other day on one of the Facebook groups who was claiming that you can't keep a single bristlenose in anything less than a 20-gallon tank. Oh no, leave the tears, Marek. You don't want to see me. It's not a good sight, I promise. Yeah, you're saying, oh no, you can't keep more than one bristlenose in less than 20 gallons because the amount blah blah. I breed them in a 15-gallon. You can't breed them in a 15-gallon. Well, COVID. So I put the picture of the tank and went, there's the breeder box, there's the cave, there's the plecos. Like, they breed in there. Well, they can't survive. Oh. So we then got sent pictures of the two 10-gallon tubs with about 100 bristlenoses in each. He wasn't too happy. Yeah. You can't. Yeah, you can. They're perfectly happy. Except for when I screw up, let the filter get blocked up, causes drop in oxygen levels, which causes a few deaths, which causes an ammonia spike. You can breed them in a beer glass. Exactly, Marek. But then in the UK and Europe, we drink our beer out of proper sized glasses. So, you know, we don't buy our beer in 330ml or whatever bottles or 440ml cans. Yeah, we have bristlenose pleco popo. Yeah. The fish police have turned on the bristlenoses. They've scared off all the first time better keepers now, so they've gone on to bristlenoses and neon tetras. Because apparently you can't keep neon tetras in a 10-gallon either. Because apparently it's not big enough. Oh, Jesus. It's a fish that's going to get the 2 inches maximum. Chances are 95% of them are going to die way before they get anywhere near that size. Just from natural causes, not because the tank's too small. So, yeah. No. If we went by natural, wild nature stocking levels, yeah, we'd each keep one fish in all of our tanks combined. I mean, as long as you don't get to a point like, say, with those cribs where they're that overcrowded that it's going to stunt their growth. Oh, pardon me. You can keep as many fish in there as you like, as long as you do the maintenance. I could put 100 bristlenoses full grown in there. Well, as long as I did like a 50% water change every 2 days and did run a canister on it and clean it out every 2 days, it'd be fine. And that would be 2 litres of water per bristlenose. That'd be a lot of food going in there. There'd be vegans starving because of feeding so much vegetable matter to the fish. Yeah, there you go. That's the new one. Keep bristlenoses. Starve a vegan. Yeah, filtration, bactericidal plant. Yeah, there's so much more to it than people think of, isn't it? It's not just 1 inch per gallon. So that may have been the case back in whenever, when all people had access to was box filters. And you'd have like 2 box filters in a tank bigger than that. Yeah, maybe back then it'd all be plastic plants and some cheesy castle in the middle. These days, with stronger filters with more space for bacteria, a better understanding of how the bacteria work, how the nitrogen cycle works, having plants, all these extra things. PewDiePie is live. Is that why I've only got 15 viewers, Priscilla? Oh, I dare you drop a link to my stream in his chat. That'd be hilarious. Because I'm only going to be here for another 8 minutes, but PewDiePie raid would be quite amusing. It'd probably crash my internet connection. 30,000. Thanks, Priscilla. But hey, I may only have 15 people here, but I consider you all friends, and we can all talk to each other, and I can keep up with reading the chat, usually. And if PewDiePie did that in front of 30,000 people, there would be hell to pay. Imagine how upset he'd get if one of his videos got restricted. advertising. We can have fun. Exactly, Marek. That's the whole point of it. Have some fun. As one of my favourite Warhammer 40,000 lore video creators, it's lore, and he writes his own stories based in the universe as well, which is really cool. Voldemort, yes, he's got an awesome voice. Even if you don't like 40k, you'll love his voice. He always says, make time to have fun. At the end of all his videos, make sure you have fun. And yeah, there we go. So this is it, isn't it? New England Enders, smaller chat. We all can get to know each other's sense of humours, sensibilities. You can ask a question, people will answer it. It won't just disappear in about half a millisecond. You can actually have a conversation with people. I'm not knocking the bigger channels, don't get me wrong. And I understand why they have to do the things they do, so they can actually keep up with things. But yeah, can you imagine one of the bigger channels sat there with a ciggy in between two hands, a can of energy drink, and asking someone if their fingers smell of fish? Can you imagine the outcry from that? I mean, Hygrophila araguaia. I look forward to seeing how that one goes, Bob. Is it Hygrophila or Hygrophilia or Hygrophila? Yeah, it's not going to be philia, is it? Because that's sexual. So that'd be Hygrophila or Hygrophila or Hygrophola. Yeah, so they're a more personable and more personal kind of stream, the smaller ones. I say, I don't watch Corey's streams anymore. I may be on the replay. Depends on what his subject matter is. If it's something that piques my interest. But you can't do this in the chat. You can't have a chat with people. You can't talk to your friends. And much as lockdown or COVID or whatever has affected people throughout the world, it's done nothing for. No. So the YouTube fish fam, we can all still chat, have fun, see each other the same way we always do. It's made no difference, other than the people who do actually live close enough to each other to see each other. But yeah, so I'm not going to knock any of the big channels, because if I'm polite and nice about them, then they might give me a shout out one day. Yeah, and yeah, I was saying this, and I'll say certain channels, myself, Bob, Pam, where we tend to get a little cruder as well. It's not quite so strictly PG rated, and we can go off topic without people taking to Facebook and Instagram to complain. So I mean, admittedly, when most Americans are streaming, I'm now asleep. Given my new hours at work, I tend not to wake up at early o'clock in the morning. I normally wake up just as people are finishing. I come downstairs, pick up the tablet, have a look, and go, so-and-so finished streaming 7 minutes ago. Which was you rated for unsuitable. Yeah, YouTube can't complain when I say it's not for kids. They watch one of these streams back, they go, yeah, not for kids. I'm not try not to swear. I try not to be too socialist. And try, a little risque. That's what I try for. There's a lot of things I keep in my head that come out that come to mind to say, but yeah. And even those big fish YouTube channels, all the big YouTube channels started out with 0 subscribers. Yeah. And I know, because I've been told by other far younger, more tech savvy people, that there are people with tens of thousands of subscribers who have videos with less views than some of mine get, which tells me something. 14-year-old is going to bed. You're in shock. I must be tired, Marek. They're going to bed, and I'm going to work in half an hour. Yeah. Which means, unfortunately, even though we're on a roll tonight, I'm going to have to cut the stream short, because I've got to have a bit of a scrub up. Yes, I'm sorry, Marek, but I'll be back here same time again next week. And there's a bunch of other fishy fam live streams. There's probably a couple a bit later on tonight as well. I don't know if Bob's going, but he might be on when I come home from work. But yeah, stay safe yourself. Keep laughing, Marek. We love you when you're happy and you're laughy. And everyone else, yes, stay safe. Enjoy your weeks. Love your fish. Well remembered, Cherry. Thank you to S and Lord Sir Bob of the Calerville, purveyor of the Ark, for your super chats. They will go towards something useful for the fishy friends that I have. Hey Anthony, hi and bye. Wet fingers. Have a good week, people. Stay safe. Peace out. Rock on. Bye-bye from me. Bye-bye from Floofy Boy. And that's it for Sunday Sharpe. Sunday Sharpe. Sunday Sharpe. Sunday Sharpe.